to my channel. Today we're actually gonna switch it up a little bit. Instead of it being like a movie or music centered video, it's going to be a recap on some of my media favorites this past month and also March because March and April were kind of a slow month for me, especially in the movie department, and so I decided I would squish them together, and that's pretty much it. I say we get into it. Now, typically I'm mostly going to be, oh my gosh, there's a spider on my window. I have to kill it real quick.
A few moments later.
Alright, sorry. Back to regularly scheduled programming. Now, typically with these videos, I'm only gonna do like media, so books, movies, TV, video games, vinyl, all the things. But I did want to like lightly shout out. I didn't plan well for this video, so I don't physically have one in my hands today. But I did want to shout out one of my favorite drinks I've been enjoying recently. I actually mentioned it in my Noah Khan reaction video, which I'll put up here. But it's like the LMNT electrolytes. But instead of it being in the normal little like electrolyte packet, they have these new like little seltzers, which are really good. The pineapple and the black cherry are the only ones I've tried. Both delicious. Recommend. So just wanted to put a little shout out there. Otherwise, we're going to start with movies and TV. As I mentioned, this was a very dry 2 months for me in the movie and TV department. The main thing I watched was XO Kitty, of course, which I did do a reaction video of that, which I'll also link up here somewhere for y'all if you would like to see that. I gave XO Kitty season 3 5 stars. Otherwise, the other 2 movies that I watched, which one of them isn't even a movie, was the Hannah Montana 20th anniversary, aka the Hanniversary special, which was pretty good. Why Chappell Roan was there, I don't know. I'm not like the biggest fan of Alex, so I don't really know why they chose her for the interviewer, which I know that's a very common opinion for this anniversary. And as much as I love Hannah Montana, I didn't religiously watch it like I did other shows. A crime, I know, but I mostly would rewatch the movie than I did the show. And maybe we can make that a video, is like watching the entirety of Hannah Montana, and maybe that can be a fun little video. But anyways, it was an okay special, you know. It was fun. I liked the new song at the end. That was really sweet. But overall, I gave it a 4 stars. Now, moving away from movies and TV, we have games. This one is not going to be something that's typically on my monthly recaps, but this one I needed to shout out, and that is, let me pull it up, and that is Tamagotchi Life, okay? This is so addicting, alright? So addicting, because I grew up technically playing Sims, and I say technically because my sister was so obsessed with it that she would hog the computer and wouldn't let me ever have a turn, and so I just, you know, watched her youngest sibling court. Anyways, so I love Sims, and obviously I love Animal Crossing, and it's literally pretty much the combination of those two. So it's Wii Mii's, so like, you know, when you go into a Wii and you make a Mii, it's that plus Sims, essentially, and Animal Crossing. Like, a lot of the sound bites and stuff are reused from Animal Crossing, like some of the even like clothes are reused from Animal Crossing, so it's like the best of both worlds, as we were just talking about with Hannah. But literally, it's so fun and so addicting. You just need to play it. Alrighty, next up we have my favorite albums from March and April, and I'm bringing nothing unique to the table for this month, unfortunately. It is all very standard releases for those 2 months, and of course we have Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally by the one, the only Harry Styles. The other main album that I was listening to these past 2 months is actually Arirang by BTS. So, fun fact, I never was a BTS girly, I was never a K-pop girly, and when I watched the first season of XO Kitty, there was a couple K-pop songs, obviously, for the soundtrack that I really liked. And so I started listening to those, which then was a slippery slope into slowly getting deep into K-pop. And thus, of course, because BTS are like essentially the king of K-pop, I slowly started to begin to listen to a couple of their songs, but never actually listened to an album in full. It was just like listening to a couple ones. I hadn't really ventured into more of the deeper stuff in their discography. So then I decided when they released Wrong, I was like, I should give this a shot. And I love that album. I know it's like has mixed reviews amongst the army, but I love it. I literally have the poster from the vinyl hanging on my wall right over there. Like, it's so good. You know, I might as well say my favorite off the albums. Off of Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally, it's Pop. Obviously. Like, literally the chorus is like, Luke Hemmings, is that you? So of course I love that. And then off of Wrong, I would say Like Animals. But yeah, I love Like Animals. The next album that I've been listening to a lot is So Much to Tell You by Axe and the Hatchetmen. Specifically the deluxe version, because they like released the deluxe version I think last month. Such a good album. I love the runarounds, thus I love Axe and the Hatchetmen. Funny story, I actually knew Axe and the Hatchetmen before the runarounds came out, but I forgot that I knew them. Like, I had one or two of their songs like on my playlist or whatever, and then I see Axel and I was like, why does that guy kind of look familiar? And then lo and behold, it's because I knew Axe and the Hatchetmen before I knew the runarounds, which is super fun. But So Much to Tell You is such a good album. Highly, highly, highly recommend you go listen to it. It's like indie pop rock. It's so good. My favorite off of this album might be Hotel Room, which is funny because that would essentially make it the title track, because literally it goes so much to tell you. So literally it's essentially the album title track. But I love Hotel Room, and if I had to pick a different song than Hotel Room, it would definitely be Flagstaff. I love Flagstaff. In fact, when my dad heard Flagstaff for the first time, he's like, yeah, this is really good. And I had already forced them to watch the runarounds at that point. So like, obviously he knew who he was. Then it was so cute. He was like, yeah, your generation like really has gotten music down. And I was like, thank you. Like, I know. Even better, Axe and the Hatchetmen is officially dad approved. So there you go. Then, not necessarily niche, but I guess kind of random in the mix of this, is actually NF's Hope album, and also the Fear EP. And it has nothing to do with February. It has absolutely nothing to do with a specific blonde-haired figure skater. Has nothing whatsoever to do with him at all. Like, this past summer, heard Happy from this album, and yeah, I was like, oh, this is a good song, and I even added it to my playlist. But yeah, it wasn't until the Olympics I was like, I should actually start listening to NF. And so yeah, I listened to his Fear EP and the Hope album, and both fire. Off of Hope, my favorite, what is my favorite? Hold on. Living in my agony. Well, I mean, of course, Running. I mean, of course. But I think my ultimate favorite is Motto. I love Motto. It's like so savage and just like so good. Like, I just love it so much. So yeah. But also The Great Divide, obviously, by Noah Kahan. I also just recently did a reaction video for this album. If you'd like to see it, I'll link it up here somewhere. But I really, really enjoy this album. In fact, I think it is my favorite album of his now, because it's just so well done and there's just so many good songs. And automatically, Doors. Doors is my favorite off of that album. It's no contest. Like, it is the best track off that album in my opinion. I love it so much. Which, speaking of, we have favorite songs. So I'm just gonna kind of rapid fire these. And I might like comment on a couple, but for the most part I'm just gonna read them off. But actually my playlist for each month will be linked down below as well, because I do monthly playlists, because I get into too much music, so I just need a playlist for each specific month. Okay, first up we have I Love It, I Love It, I Love It by Bella K. This one I will actually comment on, because scrolling on TikTok, right, as one does, and a Jess and Rory edit comes up. Not out of the ordinary, because I'm absolutely head over heels in love with Jess Mariano, and it was to this song, I Love It, I Love It, I Love It. And if you know the song, you know how groundbreaking of an edit that is. And so naturally, once the edit is over, and by over I mean after I watched it like 5 times in a row, I paused it, went to Spotify, and added this song to my playlist and listened to it on repeat because I love it, I love it, I love it. Then we have Hands Where I Can See Them by Michael Simon Armstrong. This one I might butcher because in the song it sounds like it's saying bitter, bitter, bitter. Like bitter. Like that's kind of what it sounds like it's saying, but that's definitely not. It's a K-pop song. And it's BTBT. I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm so sorry. On Fire K-pop song. Niall Horan, Dinner Party, duh. Noah Khan, Porch Light. BTS, Paradise. BTS, Microcosmos. Will Lipton, Theo. Debbie Dawson, I Want You. Tyler the Creator, Ring Ring Ring. Love that song. Dominic Fike, Sandman. JW Francis, Casino. Jake, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's the JVKE. But Butterflies. Spill Tab, Roamer. Obviously, Bleachers by the Runarounds. And last but certainly not least, we have Drop Dead by Miss Olivia Rodrigo. Which, speaking of, we're going to be moving on to vinyl that I got this past 2 months. And we have the Drop Dead 7-inch, yes! But okay, before I reveal this vinyl, I need to ask a question. So this was falsely advertised, okay? And I'm not complaining, it's still a great pressing. But on the website, it looks like it's this beautiful light pastel pink, okay? And then we get this. You can literally see from this distance that this is highlighter pink. Like literally, I took this out of it and I felt like that meme where the guy's like I literally felt like that meme because look at how bright this is, guys. Like this is literally blinding. It's like reflecting light right now. Like that's how bright this pink is. Like I feel like you can even see it better when it's like far away, but like it's a blinding pink. Just looking at it hurts my eyes a little bit. So I kind of was really shocked when I got this because on the website it genuinely did look like it was going to be like this light pastel pink, and in fact it's not. So, and then the only other 7-inch I got is actually another Olivia vinyl, and that is the Driver's License / Burning Down the House, and this is the one with David Byrne, obviously, and it's just this red. This was in my RSD Record Store Day video. I'll link it up here. I'm actually not going to be including all the vinyls. Sorry, I need to stop saying vinyls. I'm going to not include the vinyl that I got on Record Store Day because obviously I already made a video on it. So if you want to go see that, definitely click the little link above. Otherwise, we're going to go through the other vinyl that I got these past 2 months. First up, of course, we have Mr. Harry Styles, Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally. And this is the Kiss Pink pressing. It's just called the Kiss pressing, but it's pink. A little muted on camera, but it's gorgeous. Alrighty, then, oh, there goes my phone. Then I went to this local record store for the first time. That was really cool. They're called Record Head. Definitely check them out. And they had this like overstock bin. It was like essentially brand new vinyls, but like for like dirt cheap pretty much. And one of them was the Happier Than Ever. But one of the reasons why it was so cheap is there's a little rip right here on the jacket, which most people would be like, heck no, I'm not gonna buy that because it's damaged. But personally, I really only care about the discs. Obviously, if it was more damaged than this, then obviously I wouldn't buy it. But as long as it's like still holding up and it's still gonna protect the vinyl, like even when it's in a sleeve, like it's fine. I don't care. It's the beautiful, gorgeous, absolutely stunning pale baby yellow. I actually, when this album first came out, I actually did in fact purchase this vinyl. Gorgeous. But my sister really wanted this album for Christmas one year, and so I was like, I'm gonna give her this because she probably listens to this specific album more than I do. I'm glad to have it on vinyl again. Continuing with the like overhaul, overstock, whatever, we have Solar Power by Lorde. This is such a great album. I love this album. And this is just the clear pressing. And it's cool because it's like a tinted clear. It's not just like a normal, you can probably see it on camera, but it's like almost like a bluish tints to it. It kind of looks almost a little gray clear on vinyl. On camera. Kind of look grayish on camera is what I'm gonna say. Then we have Ghost Stories by Coldplay. This is my favorite Coldplay project of all time. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. It's just amazing. All the tracks in this are so good, and I feel like it's underrated. I don't ever see anybody talking about this project, and more people need to be talking about it. It's on this gorgeous clear pressing, and it's like really clear, like hello, like very clear. But it literally has A Sky Full of Stars on it, so obviously you already know that song's good. But like, the entire album is so good. And actually, speaking of the Olympics again, the first song that actually got me into this album was Oh, because there was this figure skater during the Sochi Olympics, like way back then, who skated to that song, and me and my mom were like, oh my gosh, this song is like gorgeous. And so ever since then I've been obsessed with that song. And then I got into the album when I heard Magic. So go listen to Ghost Stories by Coldplay if you have not already. And then this one is so exciting because I've been meaning to get it for forever, and that is Hatful of Hollow by the Smiths. And this is essentially like a compilation album, pretty much. The main reason I wanted to get this on vinyl is because it has my favorite Smith songs of all time, which is How Soon Is Now. So I of course needed to get this for that very reason. But the whole rest of the album is also just great. So very happy to have this. And then the last thing I got at this record store was Nat King Cole, The Christmas Song. And it's on this like green pressing. Literally one of the best Christmas albums, argue with Wall. So I'm very happy to have this one. Like a little bit after I went on that vinyl haul, if you will, I went to Target and I picked up Ari Wrong. Because of course. I really want, oh, I forgot to show you. It's a red pressing, which I mean, it's Target. Pretty much every pressing they come out with is red nowadays, which is like depressing, but red, gorgeous. But I really want the like pink and white splatter with the alternate cover. I forget what edition that is. I think it's the Korean edition. But yeah, I really want that one as well. But I kind of just wanted to have this on vinyl. Also, I think this is the only pressing with the original album cover, so I kind of wanted the original album cover as well. So yeah. And then finally, my most recent purchase, and that is, I'm so happy to have this. This is Audrey Hobart's Who's the Clown, but the best part, it's the Lemonade pressing. Now, did I pay a little more than I should have for this vinyl? Yeah, I did. But look at it. It's this gorgeous pale yellow with this like, I don't know if you can see, well, let me like shimmy her around because this side has more of it. This like white marbling in it. And then I have number 2602. Because if you didn't know, this was a Vertigo vinyl exclusive. And so it was numbered to 3000 actually. So I found this on Mercari for a sort of decent price. Like for what it was going for on Discogs and stuff, this was a pretty decent price. Still a little more than I would have liked to pay, but I don't care. I don't care. All of the colored pressings of this album are pretty expensive anyways, so, and I was like, if I'm gonna buy this vinyl and I'm already gonna have to pay $60+ for it, like I might as well get the pressing that I want. But that is actually all the vinyl that we have and all of the favorites that we are going to talk about today. I'm obviously hoping to continue this trend and continue to every single month or every single like 2 months do a little recap, but hopefully you enjoyed my little recap of March and April. And then let me know what your guys' favorites were for these past 2 months. What your favorite movie was, what your favorite album that came out these past 2 months. Let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Otherwise, I'll see you all in the next one because that's all, folks.